here because we care about the future of our children. We wanted to start with a small clip that happens to be from Open Circle. It could be from a number of very well-developed SEL programs and mindfulness programs that are currently being implemented in schools.
They learn how to be good listeners, and they also learn how to speak up and to express their ideas and opinions.
You are a bystander and seeing someone who teases. Normally, you're prone to feel bad for that person, and sometimes that helps bring up the courage to help them.
In Open Circle, students learn how to recognize when they're getting upset, and they learn strategies to help them calm down.
This really helps me calm down. I hope it helps you calm down. And that's why we call it not just calm breathing, but a quiet moment of getting ourselves ready to be good learners and good thinkers.
In Open Circle, teachers meet with their students 2 times a week, always leaving an empty space. The empty chair symbolizes the idea that anyone is welcome to join the circle and that diverse opinions are also welcome.
I'm hearing something, okay? There's a problem with the substitute not understanding how our classroom works when I'm gone. Am I correct in that?
Sometimes I feel like the substitute doesn't realize that we're just kids.
Maybe the substitute doesn't let us play a lot because we talk a lot and sometimes we yell a lot.
So Open Circle, Responsive Classroom, and now dozens and dozens of programs around the country are bringing children into circles of trust in their classrooms and all kinds of different conversation in elementary schools, in middle schools, and in high schools. Many of the best advisory programs formed in that same way. And the field, of course, as you know, has now the broader field of social and emotional learning has coalesced around many of these ideas. And there's a national organization called the Collaborative for the Advancement of Academic and Social and Emotional Learning, otherwise known as CASEL, that has been a clearinghouse for this work for a very long time, since the late 80s. And the competencies, the core competencies that CASEL has researched, has actually proposed legislation around, with some states now having standards in social and emotional competency to go along with the Common Core, are the ones that we have heard so much about in this conference this weekend: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship skills, and responsible decision-making, being the foundation upon which strong learning, both academic and social, occurs. And research in Responsive Classroom, Open Circle, and many other programs has shown over the last 2 decades that the stronger the social and emotional program in a classroom, the more attention paid to these things, the less problematic is behavior in a classroom, and the stronger are the academic outcomes. So we're building a broad field, as Pamela said, a tent under which all this can be looked at.
It's also interesting to know, and I saw Dan Goleman's book is being sold out at the table, that Dan Goleman's book, Emotional Intelligence, was a kind of thunderbolt to the field, and Dan Goleman was one of the founders of CASEL and is still very involved in this growing movement. So based on this long-term and synthesis of the research, social emotional learning has this theory of change, of the positive school environment, plus social and emotional training equals these outcomes that we would all want for our children: academic achievement, good citizenship, healthy outcomes. And our experience, however, in Open Circle and in Responsive Classroom has shown us that there's a missing piece to this theory of change. And the missing piece is the adults who are implementing the programs. That we know, and there's recently been some research that's actually put a dollar amount on the importance of having good teachers. So the variable is the teacher, and actually Tish Jennings and Mark Greenberg wrote a wonderful paper a year ago recognizing that in the work that's been done in social emotional learning, this has been a missing piece, and we've known this. And one of the things that Chip and I found was that when teachers were implementing our programs, that the conditions in schools which are now burdened by lack of time and over curriculum, more curriculum than there's literally time in the day to implement, that when they sat down with students, their capacity to be present and engage was really compromised. And so we think that the importance of the teacher training, of teacher capacity, and we also know that we've heard from students and from teachers that one of the most discouraging things is when our expectation for children in the classroom is not aligned with the behavior of the adults in the adult community. And that's led, and I see some nods, and that's led us to the work that we're really engaged in.